the case of Dalia Dippolito, a woman who was accused of plotting to murder her husband in a case that would become one of the most sensational in recent American history. But was she guilty, or was she a victim of circumstance? Let's take a closer look. Dalia Dippolito was born on January 2, 1985 in New York City. She grew up in a loving family and had a seemingly normal childhood. However, her life took a dramatic turn when she met her future husband, Michael Dippolito. Michael was a successful businessman who was 19 years Dalia's senior. The couple met in 2008 and got married just a few months late. At first, the marriage seemed perfect. The couple had a beautiful home, a loving relationship, and a bright future ahead of them. However, beneath the surface, things were not as they seemed. Dalia was unhappy in the marriage and felt trapped. She began to look for ways to escape, and that's when she met Mohammed Ahmed. Mohammed Ahmed was a man who Dalia met through mutual friends. They began an affair, and Dalia saw Mohammed as a way out of her unhappy marriage. However, Michael had made it clear that he would not give Dalia a divorce, and Dalia was desperate to escape the marriage. That's when she came up with a plan to hire a hitman to kill her husband. Dalia contacted an undercover police officer who was posing as a hitman. She offered him $3,000 to kill her husband, and the officer agreed to take on the job. However, what Dalia didn't know was that the officer was recording their conversations, and the evidence would later be used against her in court. The undercover officer met with Dalia several times, and each time she provided him with more details about the plot to kill her husband. She gave him a picture of Michael, told him about his daily routine, and even provided him with a map of their home. The officer was building a strong case against Dalia, and he was determined to bring her to justice. On August 5, 2009, Dalia was arrested and charged with solicitation to commit first-degree murder. She was taken into custody and held without bail. The case against her was strong, and it seemed like a slam dunk for the prosecution. Dalia's trial was highly publicized, and it was a dramatic and emotional affair. Dalia's defense team argued that she was a victim of circumstance and that she had been manipulated by the undercover officer. However, the prosecution argued that Dalia was a cold-blooded killer who had planned and executed a plot to murder her husband. In the end, the jury found Dalia guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. She was sentenced to 20 years in prison, but her conviction was later overturned on appeal. Dalia's case raises many questions about the nature of justice and the reliability of undercover operations.